Hey guys,
Hi, Connor.
how are you?
All good. How are you guys?
Good, very good.
So, what we are studying today, grammar.
Yes,
I was
today,
expecting Miss May, but that's good.
yeah, sorry to disappoint guys.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
This,
I mean, like last week, Miss May took the class. That's why I thought today will be Miss May.
no, I'm
But
only
good to see
joking. I'm
you.
joking. I'm joking. No, Miss May, I'm not the regular teacher of this class. It's just that this week, Miss May is doing curriculum work and
Okay.
she is unable to teach. But yes, from next week you will have Miss May as well. So
all right. Oh.
yeah.
Hello again, teacher.
Hello. I notice a few faces. Okay, we'll just give another minute before we start. Hey, Andrea. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
Hey, Nyan.
Hi.
Hey, Bhavik. I'm well. How are you, Bhavik?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
We have Dizzy. How are you, Dizzy?
Very well, thank you.
Long time no see.
Sorry.
We have Jesse.
Hi, how are you, teacher?
Okay, we have Mohammed.
Hi again, teacher.
We have Yasmin.
Hi, teachers.
We have Jason. Who else do we have? Regina. Wei. How are you, Wei?
I'm good. How are you?
We have Richie and Tien.
Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Who did I miss? Marija as well. And Manjo. Okay, awesome.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, so guys, my name is Connor. I think you guys all probably know me at this stage. Usually May teaches the class, but this week she was not able to take the class. So you have me for this week, and again next week you will be back with Miss May. So just for this week. So we're going to be working on some tenses today that are very important for your IELTS. So this is grammar class as well. Okay. So I've written up some sentences on the board. Well, not on the board, rather, on my Word document, which I'm sharing, which you guys should be able to see. And I would like you to have a look at the sentences that I have written up. And I would like you to think about what grammar point we will be talking about today, or what tense they are in, and why they are in that tense. So let me write those questions up on the board. Okay, so there's three questions to think about. So the first one is, what is the tense of the sentences? So the tense, guys, can you give me some examples of tenses?
Present, past.
Pause is MR.
Yeah, present, past,
Future.
future, all of them. They're tenses. So we want to know what the tense of these are. We want to know why we're using this tense, and we want to know how do we form the tense. So form in this case means make. All right. So I'm going to leave these sentences up here, and I'd like you to have a think about them for a minute. So if there is at any point that you want to talk, either now or during the class, please feel free to come on to the class and just speak to everyone. Also, I'm not sure if you guys are doing it, but it would be helpful to take down these notes as well. I will put as much as I can in the chat, but you might need to take them down as well. Oh, sorry, I'm gone on the, yeah. Oh, Mohit. Hey, how are you? Okay, guys, let's look at the first sentence. I've highlighted it on the Word document, and I will ask Mohammed to read it for the group. Hey,
Sorry,
Mohammed.
teacher. I was mute. Yeah, I was mute.
No
I have
worries.
studied English for 4 years.
Okay, guys, what do we think? What tense is in this sentence?
think that is
Past,
Perfect. Present perfect.
present tense.
Right. Okay, and which is the present perfect? What are the two parts of where's the verb in the sentence?
Have and past participle verb.
Very good.
Has plus the third verb.
Exactly. Okay, so we have studied is the present perfect. So we fill up the present perfect here at the top. Okay. Let's ask Jesse for, okay, I'm going to label these because that will be a lot easier for you guys to read. So Jesse, can you read number 2?
I have tried Vegemite.
Okay, so in this case, guys, where's the verb?
Try.
Try.
I have tried.
I've tried. Okay, and number 3, Nayan.
I have eaten a cake.
And where's the verb in this sentence?
Have eaten.
Have eaten. Okay. Okay. So guys, we said this was present perfect. Okay. So how do we form the present perfect?
Have plus participle.
Okay. So have, or what else can you use?
Has.
Plus
PP.
past participle. Okay. And guys, what is the past participle? Which part is the past participle in the sentence, in the number 1?
Studied.
Studied. Okay, so studied. And we have regular and irregular past participles, don't we? So how do we form a regular past participle? So for example, to start. What's the past participle of to start?
Similar than second verb. Similar than past.
Yeah, exactly, started. Okay, so the regular verbs have ed. It's the same as the past tense. But there are irregular verbs as well. So, for example, to go. Does anyone know the past participle of to go?
Gone.
Gone.
Oh.
Very good. Okay, gone. So in this case, there are different irregular verbs, and the same as you have to learn them off for the past simple, you'll need to learn them off for the present perfect for the past participle. Okay. All right, guys. When do we use has? Has.
In the third singular subject.
Yeah. So he, she, or
He eat.
It.
It. Okay. All right. So for example, if I say the business and I want to use have or has, what do I use next?
Has.
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 And why is that?
Because it's it. It's similar than it.
Yes, exactly. Because business is it. Objects are it. Okay. Places are it. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the why. Okay. So I have studied for English for 4 years. Why do we use present perfect in a sentence? What's the reason?
This is doing 4 years.
Because this is not finished action. This I maybe we discontinue in the future.
Mm-hmm. So the action started in the past and it is not finished. Okay. So the biggest reason why we use present perfect is an unfinished action. So I have studied English for 4 years. Okay. So what else can we say there? So Debbie, how long have you lived in Melbourne?
3 years.
Okay, so let's make a sentence with that, guys. So Debbie has lived in Melbourne for 3 years.
Since 3 years.
Okay. Guys, what else can you say? How long was 3 years ago? What year was 3 years ago?
Since what you want?
2019.
From 2000, from 2018?
2000 and I think it was 2018. Yeah, wasn't it? 3 years ago. Okay. So let's say we wanted to say this same sentence and we want to say 2019. We say Debbie has
lived in Melbourne since 2018.
Since 2018. So here we have for, and here we have since. Okay, so what's the difference? That's interesting.
Or we use duration since we will then started point.
Yes, so for is duration and since is start point, is the start. So can I get some examples of the duration? So what about time? So duration, we have for 3 years. We have for 5 minutes. We have for 10 days. Sorry?
Months.
Yeah, hours, minutes, days, months.
Yes. Like 7 months. Okay, so goes on. What about the start? Since last year. Since yesterday. Since 2011. Since last week. Okay. So all those times.
Can we use for, from?
It's in the past.
From or since?
From.
So from is from a place.
Okay.
Or a person. If it's movement.
Yeah, like we say from morning, from evening. So it's like, so I thought too, but yeah, that's also correct.
Oh, okay. Now I get you. Yeah. Okay.
As you're
that
saying
context
that
would be
start
different,
point,
right?
so because of that, I thought from can, but you're also right that is for place.
That's a good question. But from morning to night is a different, is an individual case. It's a phrase that we use, but generally we don't use from for time. We use since, just in those couple of phrases.
Okay, got it.
For present perfect, the only time we can mention time is when we say for or since.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, can we say, for example, Debbie has lived in Melbourne from 2018 till now?
Until.
Yes, that's okay. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. And that's actually probably, who was asking about that?
Me, Muhammad.
Yeah, Mohammed, but also someone else asked about from, was that Shalu? Shalu? Or... Yeah, so you can, he has lived in Melbourne from 2019 to now.
Yeah, because as you said that since means we are looking for a time which starts. Start we are looking, so usually we use from, so I thought. So mostly the people who are not very good with English, they try to use from often if they want to say any time period, or mostly in the essays I seen, and even I used from most, so I thought to ask you.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. You can use, sorry, this is probably what you were asking. You can use from if you use to, and people do use that in speaking. That's okay. Usually you don't really see it in writing. It's more informal words, but only if you use from and to together. So for example, you couldn't say, I have lived in Melbourne from 2018 and finish. You have to say, I have lived in Melbourne from 2018 to now.
Okay.
It comes together, it's linked.
Okay, I got it.
So they must be used together. Also, this is probably not the best phrase to use, like from and time in IELTS, for example, because IELTS is very formal language and from is informal if you use it.
Okay.
But good question, yeah. Okay. So for example, if we said Debbie has lived in Melbourne in 2018, is this one correct or not correct?
There are two N's.
There'll be we.
It's incorrect, I think.
Very good. It's incorrect. And why is it incorrect?
Because when in this we used past simple. This has lived, when has lived, or we use or started point or duration, but it is fixed time when Debbie lived in Melbourne. And I think not in Hanem, this on.
Exactly. Very good. The only time we can use time with present perfect is since or for. If you use any other time, like in, on, at, any of those other time periods, they must be past simple. That's it. Okay, let's make some other examples. And I'm going to get you guys to help me out. So I'm going to ask Ethan, how long have you studied at Turner English, Ethan?
I pay higher to access public services. Ethan has studied
At Turner English.
Since I forgot. August.
Since August. August. Okay. All right. How about you, Andrea? How long have you studied at Turner English?
I have studied English in Turner English since 2020.
Okay, English since 2020. Okay. Awesome. Okay, guys, there are two other times we can use present perfect. So for example, I have tried Vegemite. So is this one a finished action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're still using present perfect.
Right.
Don't know the time that happened in the past.
Yes. Yes. So
Still continuing, you mean?
No continue form. We don't use ing.
okay, so you can use present perfect to talk about actions which are finished, experiences, but we don't know when. So usually when we use present perfect, we don't know when we did the action. We just know we did the action. So it's, we don't know. We don't know the time.
Okay, that makes it more clear.
So other examples, you could say, I have driven a car in Australia. But we don't know when, but we just know in Australia we did drive. I have flown in a airplane, in an airplane. Okay, so I've flown in an airplane at some point in my life. Does anyone have any more examples? I have gone bungee jumping. Has anyone ever gone bungee jumping?
No, would like to try.
After COVID lockdowns and.
Yes, yes, exactly. I have
played basketball. I don't know if
played
it's that an
basketball.
example.
Yes, exactly. So all these actions which we don't know when at some point in the past. Okay. We have a last example as well. I have eaten a cake. Is this finished or unfinished?
Just finished.
It's finished, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the time. So actually it's a finished action, but present result. So the cake is gone, but how do I feel? What's in my stomach?
Full.
I am full, exactly. So the result is now. So we still use present perfect. So another example would be, I have done my homework. So the homework is finished, but now I have my homework. I can see it. I have it here. Or I have built a house. So I have built a house. The work is done, but I can see the house. The result is now.
Yeah.
Okay, or maybe I have bought a car. I have bought a car. So I already paid the money, but now I have the car. So I can see the car that I bought. So it's a finished action, but a present result. Okay, so they are three. So we have started in the past and is not finished. With something that happened in the past that we don't know when. And a finished action or present result. Okay. All right, so guys, how do we do the question? So we have a question, we have a statement, and we have a negative answer. So for example, have you visited Melbourne? Okay, so what comes first? Have you visited Melbourne? Have and subject. And what's the third thing?
Past participle.
Yeah, present participle. Very good.
Have plus past participle. Or present participle.
Yeah, so this one is actually called, the past, plus have plus subject plus past participle. Sorry, that's my mistake. Very good. So the statement is yes. How can we answer that? Yes, I
have visited Melbourne.
Have. Yes, I have is perfect. Or no, I haven't. Awesome. Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Perfect. Okay. So guys, then on the opposite side, we have a couple of other questions. So for example, I am Australian. Where's the verb in this sentence?
Am.
And what tense is that?
Present simple.
Present simple. Okay, so we have present simple. Okay, and what is I am Australian? Why am I saying using present simple here?
Because nothing would change that.
Exactly. So it's a fact. So nothing will change this. So something which is a fact that doesn't change. Or you can say Australia is a big country because it's geographically big. Or Australia is far from other countries. Okay. I walk my dog every day. Where's the verb in this sentence?
Walk.
Walk.
Walk. And what tense is that?
Present simple.
Present simple. And why are we using the present simple in this sentence?
Because it's repetition action every day.
Yeah, repeated action. Okay, so what are some more examples? What do you guys do every day? I eat breakfast.
Cooking every day.
Wake up.
I wake up every day.
Every
I
morning.
cook every day. Okay. And what about the train leaves at 6 p.m.?
A specific time.
Present. Schedule.
Schedules.
Oh, yes.
So fixed schedules, okay? Things like transport, concert times, work times, school times.
Okay.
So even though they are future, we use present because they don't change. So you can say, I start work at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And we use work, which is present, and tomorrow, which is future, because You always start work at this time. It doesn't change. It's a schedule. Or class starts at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays. So every Tuesday. So we're using present simple. Or the concert begins at 8 p.m. Because it's a concert, it's not going to change. All right, guys, any questions so far?
No.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to, actually, hold on, there might be just one more thing we need to do. Okay, so there's one more thing that we need to look at before. So, okay, so with present simple, we sometimes use adverbs of frequency. So they're called adverbs of frequency. So it's things like usually, sometimes, never, always. So it shows us how much we do something. And there is a grade from 100% to 0%. Okay. So when we are using these adverbs, we put the subject first, then we put the adverb in the middle, and then we put the verb. Okay. So for example, she usually does her homework, or they sometimes visit their grandparents. So it's subject, she, usually adverb, does verb, right in the middle. Guys, for those of you who need to follow this along, it's under IELTS preparation, simple present tense, under digital education transformation. Okay, so let's look at the adverbs. So if you do something 100% of the time, you get always, always. If you do something 95% of the time, Shalu, what can you use for 95% of the time?
Almost always with my children. I spend most of the time with my children.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Yeah. Just make sure to put I first because that's the subject. So yeah. I almost always. Okay. And what happens at 80%, Marija? Hey, Marija, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, just my microphone. So I usually drink a coffee in the mornings.
Okay. Very good. And then we also have often and we have frequently. So 50%, we have Richie.
Sometimes, occasionally.
Okay, very good. And 20%, Tien, what can we say?
20% are not very often, seldom.
Mm-hmm. And 10%, Yasmin?
Rarely.
Rarely.
I rarely use my phone like that. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And 5%, Wei?
Almost never.
Okay. And Jaya, 0%.
Never. I never drink alcohol.
Okay, very good. Okay. Guys, can you repeat after me? We're going to just practice the pronunciation of them. So, always.
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 Almost always.
Almost
always.
Almost always.
Almost always.
Usually.
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 Often.
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 Frequently.
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 Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Occasionally.
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 Not very often.
Not very often.
Seldom.
Seldom.
Rarely.
Rarely.
Almost never.
Almost never.
Never. Awesome. Okay. All right. Guys, any questions so far?
Yeah, Coral, where will you get this this notes? Because some of the people are from PT, so we don't have that portal as you shown in the starting of this page.
Oh, okay. That is a good question. So you guys don't have access to IELTS preparation notes?
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
So the PTE people, what do you have access to in terms of grammar and materials?
No grammar.
No, we don't have such a.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might have to request Nerida for the same.
So I will contact Neri to tell her and explain that you guys need it. So somebody who's in PTE, would you mind sharing your screen so I can see what you have and then I know what to tell her? If that would be okay. Is there anyone here from PTE?
Yeah.
Would you mind if you're on a computer, would you mind sharing your screen? And so just so I can see what you have access to. Oh, I need to stop sharing my screen. That's true.
There you go.
Okay.
Bhavik, not like online PT software plus preparation course is the name of this tab. Go on dashboard, Bhavik.
Hey.
Okay. And modules. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have A7 also, but this one we often use.
Okay.
So that's how it looks.
Okay. And Bhavik, can you scroll down a little bit just so I can see what it looks like underneath? Is there anything, there's nothing which says grammar there, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I need to let Neri know. That's all right. I will tell Neri tonight that you guys don't have access to it. Thank you, Bhavik. But there's nothing, I don't know if I can give you access tonight though. I think I may have to show it on the screen and ask her to give you guys access later. Okay. Guys, I will ask Neri later to give you guys access. And I think for tonight, we're going to have to just work off my screen sharing, unfortunately, if you don't have it. But we will sort it out for next week. Okay, let's do some practice. So these are with present perfect. So all right, let's read the instructions together. So I will ask Damond to read the highlighted instructions.
Okay. Rewrite the sentence using signs of and the verb in participle. There may be more than one answer. Example, Bill and Rita got married 20 years ago. Bill and Rita have been married for 20 years.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so we have a sentence in either in the past simple, and we need to change it into the present perfect. So, for example, number 1, can Jaya read the highlighted sentence?
Jonas moved into his apartment in 2010.
Okay, and the verb is live. So we need to use live, and we need to use for or since. So how can we change that sentence?
Jonas have lived into his apartment since 2010.
Perfect. Yeah. And I see Bavak has written it as well in the chat. Yes. So Jonas has lived in his apartment since 2010. Or what else could you say, guys? How many years ago is 2010? 11. So you could say for 11 years. That's okay as well. Okay. So I would like you guys to have a go at doing these sentences. The PTE guys, I think you're going to have to write in your books and just put it in the chat then after. But when you get down to number 6, let me know and I will scroll up so you guys can see.
Actually, Corner, last week, Miss May took these examples. If you have a new one, then it will be great.
Oh, did you guys do present perfect last week?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, never mind. We'll do something else then. Just give me a minute. I have lots of present perfect work. Okay, well, let's start with then with the practice of the present simple. Okay. So can I ask Ethan to read the instructions? Find one error.
Find one error in each sentence. Type the sentence correctly.
Okay, so For example?
For example, she take a trip 3 times a year.
Okay, and answer?
Answer, she takes a trip 3 times a year.
Okay, so basically we need to correct the answer. Thank you. So number 1, she not speak German. What do you think that goes to?
She don't speak.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Speak German.
She doesn't speak German.
Can you put she does not speak German? Sounds...
That is fine too. Both are correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Can you have a go at doing those questions? So when you get to number 8, let me know and I will move it down. That's good, Mohammed. That's good, Bavik, very good. Just the last question should be, we often play footy, because often should come after the subject.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Okay. I just moved it down 9 and 10. If you don't have the sentences in front of you. Okay, guys, let's correct these questions. So I will ask everyone to put their answer in the chat box so we can see it, but can you guys do it one by one? So if you've already put it in the chat box, that's fine, but we'll just put it in one by one so that it is easier to see. Okay, so number 2. My favorite TV show starts at 9 p.m. What do you think?
My favorite TV show will start at 9 p.m.
All right, my favorite TV show starts at 9 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Can everyone write the answers in the chat box? Yeah, very good. Starts. Just be careful of the spelling, Yasmin. Okay, so what about number 2? Number 2. Starts, very good. All good, guys. Okay. Number 2. My favorite TV oh no, we already did that. She walked her dog twice a day. Good work, guys. Does you eat lunch at 12 noon? Number 4. Okay, very good. Next one. He not read the newspaper. Very good. Great work. They have not a pet. Okay. Next one. What time do he sleep every night? Okay, next one. We play often footy. Okay. Does Maria live in do Maria live in Bangkok? Where do Victor work? Last one. Okay, very good, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna do a bit more practice. So I'm going to share my screen for this. Okay. So this one is something new for present perfect. So we're going to look at A first. So can I, actually, that's all right. We have the verbs. So I'd like you guys to look at the document I'm sharing at the screen, and we will look at number A. And we have to correct the conversation between Steve and Natalie by selecting the correct answer in bold. So I'm going to ask Debbie to read for Steve the first sentence to do an example.
So where shall we go? So where shall we go for our honeymoon?
Okay, and Jason, Natalie.
I don't know. Have you ever been to Thailand?
Okay, So we have two possible answers, been or gone. And the answer is been. Have you ever been to Thailand? And Steve, yes, I've been, or I went there twice. What do you guys think?
I've been.
I've been. Because it's an experience. Very good. Guys, can you do the rest of them at A?
Yeah.
I think I finished.
Okay. Yeah, that one was a quick one. Are we all finished?
Very easy.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask some volunteers to help me. So Tilo, can you read for Natalie from number 4? I didn't know.
I didn't know that. When did you go there?
When did you go there? And Regina, Steve. The year after. Regina? Okay, I think we'll go to Bavak then. Steve? The year?
I'm sorry. Yeah. I've already been there too.
I think it's one up. So you're
Oh,
Steve.
the one above. Okay.
This year, the year after I.
The year after I finished uni.
Very good. And Wei, next one.
I've already been there too.
Okay. And Yasmin?
Yes, sir. Who have you been with?
So this one would be who did you go with? Yeah, because it's a finished action. Who did you go with?
Yes, who did you go with? Yeah.
Marija?
So with an ex-girlfriend, but we only have been to Hanoi. Let's go there.
I think it's went.
Went.
in this case, it's went because you're talking about the trip, which is finished.
Yeah.
Because it says with an ex-girlfriend first. So because it's with a different person, the we here refers to the ex-girlfriend, not the current girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it's a different person, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go on to B. So at B, we need to use the verb in the brackets to put it in either past simple or present perfect. So for example, A, Yuenga, can you read the example for us?
Sure. Have you taught English abroad before, Mr. Cooper?
Exactly. So have you taught? So let's do one together. So B, yes, I something teach from 2001 to 2003 in Saudi Arabia. What do you guys think?
I have been teaching.
That's a good guess, but
I have taught.
I have taught.
I have taught.
did somebody? So it's not present perfect with this one.
It's past simple.
It's past simple. I think someone has said it. I taught.
I taught.
I taught. Yep.
So I can't add like I had taught from 2001 to 2003.
It's because there's an end date. So it's not just 2001, it's to 2003.
Okay, so I taught from 2001 to 2003. Okay.
Yeah, so now they're not there anymore. The job is finished. That's why. So now they're in Saudi Arabia, in Bahrain. Okay. So guys, I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Okay, so I'm just moving it down so you can see the rest. Okay, let's go through the answers. So let's go to B. So I will get Debbie to read out B for us with the answers. Or number 2, I should say 2 and 3. Debbie?
Sorry, I've forgotten.
No worries. So can you do, actually we did 2 as an example, so maybe 3.
Okay. I don't know this one.
That's okay. Can anyone help Debbie out with number 3?
Yes, can I go?
Sure.
So yes, I taught from 2001 to 2003 in Saudi Arabia, and I just came back from a 6-month job in Bahrain.
Very good, except this one should be present perfect because it's very recent.
Oh.
I have just come back.
Oh, okay.
So good guess, but it's
So if we say I just came back is not correct?
Because it's very recent and you haven't done anything else since, it's I have just come back. Present perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Number 4, Richie.
How long have you been? Oh no, sorry. How
That's
long
correct.
have you been a language teacher?
Yeah. So you were correct the first time. So how long have you been?
Have you been a teacher, a language teacher?
Yeah. How long have you
Been.
Very good. Let's go to Tien.
For 8 years before that, I have been a state school teacher for 2 years.
Okay. So just look at the word before that.
So it's
I was.
I was, yeah. Sorry. That's okay, because now I'm a language teacher and before I was a state school teacher, so it's finished.
Okay, thank you.
Bavak, 6.
I have started a part-time MA at Aston University 2 years ago, but I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, so 7 is good, but just look at the 2 years ago, the time part. So
I started as an MA.
Yeah, because you're not starting it all the time. You start it one time and then it's finished. The start is finish.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bavak. Marija, number 8.
How long have you been married, Dave?
Excellent. So how long have you been married? And Dizzy, 9.
Yeah, 10 years, Anna, and I haven't. I had our anniversary last month.
Okay, very good. Had, because the anniversary is finished. Well done.
It was last month.
Exactly.
Past.
Exactly. And Tilo, number 10.
Where did you meet Anna? At work?
Very good. And Debbie?
We going to the same school.
No,
we are go to the same school.
Well, what's past of go?
Oh,
past simple. Went.
Went.
Yeah. We 12, Jesse?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Good.
We known each other since we were 5 years old.
Known.
We know.
We known is good, but what
We
should
have
go
known?
first? We have known.
Okay.
We have known. Present perfect here because the whole time since 5 years old, it's an unfinished action. Yeah, very good, Jesse. Carol, 13.
And divorced and got divorced last year.
Exactly, I got divorced. Past simple. Nyan, 14.
How long have you been married?
Very good. How long have you been married? Present perfect. And has anyone not gone yet? Yasmin, 15.
Yes, sir, but I have just meet someone new. Yeah.
Awesome. I have just met,
Yeah.
M-E-T. Very good. Awesome. All right, guys. Well done on those questions. Do you have any questions on that exercise? Perfect.
No, all good.
No.
Okay.
Good.
And just one more thing.
Sure.
Would you show me the screen that you explained about all the things? Because
yeah, absolutely.
Before we go, teacher. And I'm gonna capture the picture.
Okay, let's make this easy. I think you might have to take a couple of pictures.
Yeah, I got my phone with me, teacher.
Okay, so tell me when to move down.
Yeah, I got one now, teacher.
I think you can save this as a PDF and send it through the chat.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saves him the trouble. But
I'm gonna put my email in the chat box, teacher. So.
Okay, let me see. Let me just do that, guys. Okay, guys, have you received the PDF of the notes?
Yes, teacher. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
No worries. Whoever was that, Richie, who suggested that? That was very good. I'm going to use that in future.
Yeah, will be great, teacher. Because when we're writing, I don't get the whole lot, and I can't even understand what I'm writing.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's very smart.
I scribbled too much. That's why.
All right. So guys, if there's no other questions, thank you very much for the lovely class tonight. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, same to you.
Everyone.
See ya.
Thank you, miss. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.